Hi guys, I'm Dr. Ron Miller with cashbasedphysicaltherapy.org, and today we're actually going to go over how you can use free evaluations to grow your business. So whether you're just starting out or whether you have an existing practice or a cash practice, how do free evals work and how can we generate this or learn from this to be able to grow our business? And we got some great examples for you, what we can learn from, pretty much what can we learn from the new game Fortnite? What can we learn from Dropbox? What can we learn from a primary care example or a plastic surgeon example? And then at the end, I'll kind of show you my thought process of how you can make evals work, doing a free eval for you and how you can make it work. So if you follow my system pretty much, okay, it's pretty simple. You're gonna generate marketing to go into the funnel. You have your opportunities, you have your evals, and then actually paying new patients. And the goal, again, is to generate leads or people into the funnel. Okay, an opportunity or a lead converts to an eval, converts to a paying patient, and then at the end, you get money. Okay, so for example, over like the first year maybe, if you look at your revenue on normal, if you don't do stuff, hopefully it gets like this and starts to go up, okay? And maybe if you do it in 1 year, maybe you're at generating like $10,000, okay? A month, okay? This is like maybe the normal process of generating revenue that way. But how can we use free evals and how can we take full advantage of this opportunity? And let's go over some examples, okay? I don't play video games, but Fortnite is taking the world by storm right now. Everyone's playing it, okay? So what can we learn from Fortnite and apply it to us doing free evaluations, okay? So Fortnite, okay, had a whole new model. They created a free game, okay, that anyone can actually download, okay? So it's a free video game or app that you can download. And the strategy is that more people are going to sign up for free stuff, okay? They can play the game for free. That's awesome. So people here, they experienced the game for free, okay? And then what they were hoping for, it's going to drive up users, okay? And it actually went like this, okay? Actually to a point where I think they have 120 million users playing this game right now, okay? So they created a free game. People were allowed to play it for free on a computer or an app, so they experienced the game, and it drove users way up, okay? So many people ask, how do they make money? Okay, they make money by incentivizing people to pay little things to add on to characters. I don't know the specifics, but the average person may pay $5, may spend $40 depending on how much you're addicted to playing this video game. I mean, I walked into a place at lunch once and the employees were sitting there watching someone play Fortnite on YouTube, and the guy was getting paid for it. But these guys were just sitting there watching it. It was like whenever the new update came out. But at minimum, say the average user spends $5. That's a lot of money. And the principle is that the person, the user, doesn't have to spend a lot of money and if you have 120 million users. So using this model of the free game, they experienced what it's like to play the game and had fun playing it, shared it with everyone. The users went up, skyrocketed to 120 million, and the average person spending, oh my God, imagine if the average user spends $20. The guy who I asked the question actually told me the average user spends $40 or something like that. So it's a impulse buy, it's super cheap, but because they have so many users, they can run this game for free and just get upcharges on it. It's a brilliant strategy. So, that's an example of how someone uses the free strategy or giving a free eval away for that. So how did Dropbox do this? Okay, so Dropbox, when they first started out, you can get 2 gigs for free. Okay, so I think they had like 10,000 people to start off with. Okay, and then let's put 10K. And again, these people who signed up for Dropbox for free got 2 gigs for free. They got to experience what it was like to have cloud storage. They saw how easy it was to use, and they're like, wow, I can really use this. Okay, so when they used up the free stuff, they actually had a referral program set up. They were like, okay, your 2 gigs are free. Now you can pay $8 a month, $10 a month, or $16 a month for this amount of storage. But wait, before you actually sign up for this, you can get a free 500 megabytes for referring a friend to this. You're like, oh wow, I need more storage. I can just refer a friend and I'll get some more storage, and for every friend I get 500 megabytes without even paying for stuff. So they incentivized more free stuff. Okay, and again, they used this referral program and free strategy to increase their users by, I think it went from 10K to 75K to 1 million users in 1 year. Okay, so they used a referral program incentivizing more free service, plus a free 2 gigs to get people funneling to get their numbers and users going way up. Okay, so again, that's how Dropbox was be able to grow so fast, so quick, by giving free stuff away and giving their services for free. Again, the key is they got to experience it and what it's like to use it for free. Okay, so let's look at another way, because then again, when you have 1 million users paying $8 a month, a minimum, that's a lot of money. Okay, so that's a lot more money than this. So, or even pretty much close to. It's just a different amount. But the point is, they increased their users enough that to a point where it could increase the number of people using their products, and then they had to start to pay eventually. And I think, I'm not sure what current Dropbox is charging now and stuff like that, but still $8 a month at minimum of 1 million users plus. That's a no-brainer there. So here's a good example. How did a primary care physician who turned into concierge medicine, how does he take advantage of free stuff? Okay, so I know this primary care physician around this area. He was established, he was insurance-based, he was well-known. He had I think he had like 3,500 patients, okay? And this was insurance. This is through the insurance model. He got fed up, okay? So that was building up with time. Pretty much the insurance model, he had patients using free stuff. He dealt with that. He had 3,500 patients locally, okay? And he was like, that's it, I'm fed up, I'm done. I'm gonna go concierge. So he sent out an email or an email blast or a strategy saying, who's coming with me? I'm going towards concierge, okay? So these people here experienced the product. They experienced his services, they experienced the outcomes. He was building up his clientele or his followers over years and years and years, and he had 3,500 patients. Using the insurance, let's just say they were experiencing the product for free, okay? Then he decided, he had a big user base, then he decided to go concierge, and he was like, okay, who's coming with me? Okay, I'm going concierge, this is my fee schedule. What percentage of people was he able to keep out of the 3,500? Say 800 patients followed him along to the concierge model, and whether he wants to run it as a la carte menu or like a monthly membership, just say he pays a monthly membership, say you pay $120 a month, or he does an a la carte menu. He has to figure out the numbers, but it's still a nice chunk of change. He downsized, made things simpler. He's concierge medicine now, no more insurance. So he had his followers, and this is maybe a strategy that you guys could use if you're in an insurance clinic and you want to transition into a cash-based practice, or you're leaving an insurance clinic but you want to open up your own. Maybe if you have a lot of followers, how many of them are going to follow you over, okay? And once you know your fee schedule, how much you're going to charge, then you can actually go through and say, okay, what percentage, and obviously the higher percentage the better, can you transition from the 3,500 to stay with you to pay cash? Okay, it's still a nice chunk of change and a nice living. So that's another way that you can do this, okay? So I have a patient who works in a plastic surgeon office, okay? I was running this idea by him. He's like, oh, I've tried this free stuff already, okay? So a plastic surgeon who just opened up wants to generate some more users, more customers, get people coming in the door, okay? So what did a plastic surgeon do? So he said he was willing to offer a free, I forget the exact mLs, maybe 20 mLs BOTOX injections. Okay? So they marketed this, they advertised it. They wanted to see how many people would be willing to come in and get a free small amount of BOTOX and see if they could enjoy the experience. And over the customer life cycle over the next year, let's see who actually stays, okay? Excuse me. So they used the free BOTOX injection to lure people in, okay? So, again, they got to experience what the service is like and what BOTOX is like for free, okay? So it shot their users up. I think they had 100 people sign up for this. This is just a local plastic surgeon. So I think they may have even done it for like a limited time, but just say for this example, they had an increase in 100 patients. I mean, if I had an increase of 100 patients in 1 month, that's insanely a lot. I don't even have the capacity for that. Okay, so they had 100 people come in and get a free BOTOX injection. Now, we don't want people just coming in for free stuff. You want to be able to take advantage of this opportunity. Okay, so you have 100 new patients, and then over the next year, they were tracking the amount of money that each one of these new people who came in for the new stuff, you know, they were tracking the money spent. Okay, so this is really, really interesting to see if this works, because we're not just giving away free stuff. Remember, you have to calculate, you know, how much are you willing to spend to get one new patient, okay? If you go over some of my training, when you're thinking about marketing strategies, you know, this still costs them money, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, so the goal is, how much money am I gonna spend here? How much money am I gonna get here? Okay, obviously the goal is to offer the free BOTOX injections, and you see an increase in revenue from these patients who love the experience, love the BOTOX, and they come in over the next year multiple times and spend more and more money. Again, they get to experience the eval for free. I mean, they get to experience the BOTOX for free, increase the users. Now, you need they need to develop a system to incentivize them to spend more money. Whether it's an email drip system or anything, they need to incentivize them to continue to do that. So they're probably going to give them a little bit, and then if they want more, they got to continue to spend. So the main thing here is, how much does this cost? And in turn, through this process, does this increase with this? Okay, so I asked them, I was like, how much does it cost? So they worked out a deal. They have money for the BOTOX. They have money for the marketing. They have money or expense for the procedure. Now, they did not use the actual plastic surgeon because he's too expensive to actually implement this. they actually had a assistant do this. A nurse practitioner or some sort of assistant actually performed the actual free service. Okay, so it's lower, so it's cheaper. And they also have front desk. Okay, this person's scheduling, welcoming them in. So they got the Botox for a cheaper rate. They did spend some money on marketing, the procedure. Okay, and just say, for example, the cost of 100 of these, just say it costs $200. Okay, so obviously they spent or gave away a lot of free stuff. Okay, now this is a $1 million practice. Okay, but if they spend $200 per free one, but every person comes back and the average revenue that year per new patient is $1,000, is that worth it? Hell yeah, it is. That's awesome. So you always have to ask yourself when you're calculating this is, one, what is my average revenue per new patient or per case? And then two is, how much does my free eval cost? Okay, so for this example, the plastic surgeon wanted to increase the number of patients coming in. Okay, in turn, they wanted to use a free Botox injection. So the patient again comes in, experiences the service, experiences the Botox. They have a fixed cost of what each free thing is going to cost them. They increase their users by 100%. And then over the next year, they track how much money each one of these free people are spending. Okay, if no one takes advantage of this offer, they have a problem. Either their customer service is horrible, the Botox didn't work, it was a bad Botox problem, whatever. These are the examples of what you have to kind of problem solve to see if your marketing is working or not. Okay, if he spends $200 for each one of these services, but generates $1,000 on average from every one of these people, it's definitely worth it, and that's the goal. Okay, so here are 4 different ways or concepts that we can kind of learn from how to really make evals or giving away free evals for us work. Okay, because again, the goal is to have an offer, get people to take us up on that offer, to increase the number of new patients coming in. And then in order to increase sales and revenue, we'll be able to generate more and more sales this way. So from this, we can learn from this and know how to do free evals. Okay, so whether you're a new patient, whether you're just opening up a new clinic, or whether you have an established clinic and you want to create an incentivized way to increase your numbers over the next quarter, let's think about this. Because the common thing with everything there is the patient with the new customer experience the product, they experience the service, and you have to really wow them. Give them the patient experience, show them what it's like to do business with you, and then show them the outcome. Okay, so you have to wow them, show them what it's like to come in, how your services are different, show them what it's like to do business with you, and then 2, you got to get an outcome, a change in pain, anything, and show the outcome. So let's go over an example. So remember, you got marketing coming in, you're creating opportunities and leads, getting them in for evals, and you get new patients who actually pay money. Okay, so say we want to offer free evaluations. Actually, I'm going to make this big just so you guys can see it. So let's go over 2 examples. So say like right now, these are your numbers. Okay, so say right now you're getting 10 opportunities a month, and then you're getting 7 in for evals, you're getting 5 new patients a month. Okay? And then you're getting revenue coming in. Okay? So if you're just starting out, this is your normal course throughout your first year. And maybe if you're good, you hit $10,000 of monthly revenue. This is your norm right now, okay? Say you want to start doing free evals, okay? So now you're doing a marketing campaign getting free evals coming in, okay? So now, just say you have over like a month, say you have 30 opportunities, okay? You're getting them all in for evals, so it's 30, okay? The key here is how many can you convert into paying patients, okay? And this is right here. You need the experience and the outcome. You need to take full advantage of this. If you're gonna do free evals, you need to give them a great experience and show them an outcome, okay? Because you're converting really higher because of the free eval. And then the goal is maybe you can convert 20 of them or 15 of them, anything. You know, just say you convert half of them into paying patients, okay? So, which is a sales problem, by the way, but you're probably gonna attract some people who just want free stuff, okay? Which is okay, but say, so you used free evals. Now, let's work the money, okay? How much do you pay yourself? How much does it cost to get an eval for free? So you have to add in your time, okay? So I pay myself as a PT here, it's $80 an hour for an eval, okay? And then your marketing budget. Is there any marketing involved? Okay, 3, I know that my average cost per visit is $37 a visit at Pursuit right now, okay? So if I do some marketing with it, any paid stuff, that has to factor into that, okay? So just say, for example, I don't do any paid marketing, I just launch it to my network and like the free stuff. So I know that it costs me $117 to do a free eval, okay? And I'm gonna do 30 of them, okay? I don't have the math in my head, but we can do that. So just say it's like 10, 1,000. So pretty much I'm spending $3,000, just say. I'm not doing that in my head, just make it 100. So just about, this is gonna cost me this month $3,000, okay? I know that my average new patient at Pursuit Physical Therapy this year is spending $1,118. Okay. Now, if I have 15 new patients and I can average that, just say $1,000, that's $15,000. So who wouldn't do that? Okay. This is how you have to start thinking if you're going to do free evaluations. Okay. This is how you have to start thinking. So if you do this over a month, so maybe instead of just waiting and doing normal stuff, maybe you start doing this. Okay? Or maybe it's something better or a faster, or you exponentially increase your revenue in your first year or whenever you implement the free eval policy. Okay? So this is an example of what it's like, of how you have to start thinking if you're using free evals. Doing the free eval isn't about really making money off of the eval or making a transaction or losing money just based off of the evaluation. Start thinking in the bigger picture here. Start thinking about how much money or what is your average revenue per new patient, okay? Or what is the cost of the free eval gonna cost you at this time? But how much money is this patient going to spend over the next year? Okay, maybe they come in 2 times for 2 separate injuries, but still, even if it's an easy case, they come in 2 times over a year for common little injuries. Say you spend $117, but you get 600 out of them over the next year, and they're easy cases. This is how you have to start thinking. Okay, so it's not about just the eval and the money that you get from the evaluation. Think bigger picture, how much money that patient's going to spend over the next year or over the lifetime, over the next 10 years. Is it worth giving up 117 to get a lot more money throughout the next couple years? Yes. Okay, so step one, or one thing, it's not about just the cost of the eval, it's about getting the patient in so they experience what it's like to do business with you, and you can show them a good outcome. Okay, yeah, we may not give them the whole thing for free, but you have to find yourself, you know, how much can I give for free? I'm not going to give the whole treatment plan away for free. I'm not going to start just treating patients for free throughout the whole course of care, but can I get them in for a free eval and wow them, show them what it's like to work with me and make a change to their pain? Okay, they may be able to get more and more people converted. Okay, so the key is get them in, experience what it's like to do business with you, show them an outcome, and have your numbers worked out. If you're going to do a free eval, know how much that free eval costs, and then you're going to track these 15 people over the next year and see how much money they spend with you in order to get your return on your investment. Okay, and the big picture here is, instead of going down the normal course of care, maybe you're going to exponentially grow your users, kind of like Fortnite did, or your users and your revenue and sales. You know, so we got some real world examples with Fortnite, with Dropbox, with a primary care physician, and with a plastic surgeon. And then we just went over this of how you can increase your sales revenue and everything by using or taking advantage of a free eval. So again, if you're wanting to just do a sale to overcome a slow month that's always slow for you, or whether you're a practice that's just starting out and you want to get the ball rolling, it's okay to do free evals to start. Okay, so we covered a lot here. Thanks for joining in. If you have any questions, put them in the comment box below. Thanks for tuning in. And for more information about our services, our 101 programs, the Mastermind group, please just send me an email at cashbasedpt@gmail.com or visit the website at cashbasedphysiotherapy.org. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something. I'll talk to you soon.